How do we develop better service offerings in less time? This is a question I've been exploring for almost 2 decades now. When I started in consulting, I was brought on to help firms develop offers that would increase their recurring revenue. And one of the terms that was very much en vogue at the time was the term productizing our offers. Now it's a very common term, but at the time it was something that was a bit unexplored. So my first instinct was to turn to product companies and explore the way they develop greater products within their research and development departments. Over the years, I learned several principles that I started to dabble with and then apply. I launched many service offerings. Many of them crashed. They were not good offerings, but several of them remained very, very successful, very profitable, and very interesting to work with. I launched assessment. I launched different projects, nature of one-on-one coaching programs, all the way to books, many different things. So here's what I learned from that exploration over the years. I learned some key principles that I want to share with you. These principles were later confirmed in the literature, namely in a book called Sprint by Jake Knapp. These books reflect many of the ways I've been thinking about prototyping, but also I want to bring my own view on this topic here. So the first thing you want to think about is to focus on lowering your expectations, because the number one priority for you will be to get feedback as fast as possible so that you can readjust your offer based on what you're hearing back from the people who will potentially use your new service. How do you do that? You want to sketch. Sketching doesn't necessarily mean using pen and paper, although I've been using a lot of pen and paper method in my processes, using Post-it, big boards, markers, and even 3D things to sketch. Sketching can also happen on a digital device or a piece of software. I've developed really great sketches of assessment tools in Excel, and I have automated them using Visual Basic, so quick automations and macros to make them behave like the way I wanted them to behave on a real website. So sketch away, lower your bar, lower your expectations in favor of putting something even merely done, merely working in front of people who may buy your offer. So what does it mean today at MetaHelm? I will launch an idea for a course, a new offer, or a new module, a new idea very quickly, as I do in my content creation process. And then I will seek people's feedback and reaction to that idea or that new offer. So first idea is to lower your expectation. The second idea is to invite your clients in the process. So many times I see engineers, consultants, knowledge-based workers, people with a lot of expertise stay too much in their closet, in their office, designing and making assumptions that probably they haven't tested yet. So it's not because your offer is the content of your offer is not good that your offer won't work. It's because it hasn't been tested. So you have not had a chance to align your client's expectations with what you can deliver. So designing an offer is a set of decisions. It's a design process, and it's a set of decisions you will make. Invite people who are either prospective clients or your clients, or as close as possible to your ideal client, into the process at specific moments to help you guide your exploration. The third principle here is to focus in small quantities of time. Give it an hour, 2 hours a week if you want, or 2 hours a day, if that's what is available to you. But be disciplined to commit and to showing up in small increments of time over a period of time where you say, okay, this is the offer development process here, and every time You do this, iterate and cycle back and test immediately what you've improved, what you've created. I make a rule that as soon as I have a new idea worth testing, I test it immediately, right away, the same day. If I have an idea for a new course, I create a video, I will write an email, I will call a friend, call a colleague and say, hey, what about this? And let me show you a one-page explanation of what I did. You want to really break down the amount of time you will be spending on this in smaller bursts, so that it doesn't feel so heavy, and so again, so that you get feedback right away. And finally, the last tip I want to give you is to keep this process joyful, because that's how you keep creative. That's how you keep going through what can be a long journey sometimes. So you have to remember to be sustainable in offer development, in service offer development. So keep the process lighthearted, joyful. At the same time, like I said, focused on decision making, on feedback, be professional, but keep it fun. Keep it fun. So if it requires you to play with things that can sometimes feel a little awkward or weird, like toys or drawings or big boards or musical instruments, because it mimics something you're going to do in your service, then go ahead. I did it with many teams where when I brought big boards, big markers. I had people play with crayons that kids typically work with in schools, Lego guys, you know, those little Lego people, Playmobiles, other toys, magnetiles, anything that keeps the process entertaining, but at the same time that focuses on creating a minimally viable prototype and product that you can test quickly, so that you get feedback and so that you make better decisions faster. I hope these principles help you go faster and create amazing offers. And I can't wait to hear your comments, see your questions about this process. Thank you.